You all have leapt through this portal. Deckard, you were carrying our dear friend, Father Blackwell.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria and Gabriella, you were carrying Katie. And you all have appeared in a forest. It's misty. The fog is dense. These trees look like they have all lost their leaves, and as you step forward, you hear the crunching of decaying leaves underfoot.
I had a feeling we wouldn't be in Kansas anymore.
Does this look like the manor where we all started?
No.
Nope.
Okay. That'd be a really, really good endpoint to like, and you're back where you started. Ooh.
And it's September 1st.
These trees don't look all that familiar whatsoever.
Deckard is first going to gently put Blackwell on the ground and start giving him some medical attention.
He looks a little worse for wear, but you don't see any blood.
Eh.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
He goes ahead and he like opens up his shirt, and you see this jacket that he's wearing that looks quite heavy.
Bulletproof vest.
I punch him in the shoulder.
Deckard punches him in the chest.
What are you doing? He still got shot.
He made me carry him. He could have walked. I could have helped you too.
Look, it's not easy to get shot anyways.
That's why I only hit you in the shoulder. Oh my goodness.
Victoria's checking to see if Katie's starting to stir. Does she have a pulse?
Katie is out of commission. She's completely unconscious. She has a pulse, you check.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now, this isn't to be funny or anything. This is actually very serious about why Deckard's going to do what he's going to do next. Deckard, he gets in front of Gabriella and shields everyone else from Blackwell and points his revolver at Blackwell and goes, I have many questions for you. That thing seemed to be very familiar with you, young man, and I have no reason to trust you. I don't know you. I actually don't know much except for my own name, but I know I will protect these young ladies. And you appear to be a threat until you say otherwise. And he cocks the trigger.
And Blackwell looks stunned at this. I know I owe many explanations, but I'm sorry. You don't need to shoot me for it.
Deckard puts the gun down.
I had the Tommy gun aimed at Deckard.
I figured as much.
Deckard can't see that. Deckard can't see that. He has his back to Gabriella.
At this range, it won't matter if I miss, because there's a Deckard there, and that's all I really need to know.
Deckard puts the revolver down for now.
And then Gabriella lowers the Tommy gun.
But Deckard just goes, I want answers, young man.
And you shall have those answers. But do we really want to do this in the middle of the woods?
Young man, I am in a hospital gown. I'm cold. We just came from a nightmare realm. I really don't care anymore.
Gabriella, can you roll me a spot hidden?
Sure.
Same with you, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria's got like Katie's head in her lap so she can make sure breathing is staying steady and so forth.
I got my special eyes.
Okay. Gabriella, you see this. Victoria, you don't.
Nope.
Gabriella, on the ground of the woods, you see this dark, almost smoke at the feet of Blackwell, just behind him. And as Deckard and Blackwell are having their discourse about explanations, but here in the middle of the woods, not in the middle of the woods, you see this start to form behind Blackwell.
God damn it.
Oh.
A creature that stands like a human knelt down on the ground behind Blackwell. Looks almost skeletal underneath what look to be rags that lead up to broad shoulders and arms with this fetid flesh. These gnarly hands that look not to be made of bone, but to be made of tree, bark, wood, maybe vines.
Did we get some to Canada?
And then you see these massive, massive antlers, and this bone face that looks almost like the head of a deer. And it stands up behind Blackwell.
I'm the only one who's seen this, right?
No, at this point, everybody's starting to see it.
Okay, yeah. I walk forward and push Blackwell aside, which isn't too hard to do, given that he's just been shot.
Yes, you push him out of the way, and this creature stands above you.
What do you want?
It tilts its head at you.
Is this about the deal? I thought that was off when I shot you by accident.
It tilts its head the other way.
Can I roll a cult?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to ask, can I roll a gold?
Yeah, both of you can.
See if we know what this is, because Victoria's carefully stood up and is standing between this thing and Katie.
I refuse to roll.
That's a hard success.
I refuse to roll
Extreme
a cult on
success.
principle.
You both know without a doubt that this is a mythological creature of the Americas and parts of Europe, and from different parts of the world as well. Some people see it as different things, but this, for all intents and purposes, is a Leshen.
Oh.
Young lady, I'm going to need you to back away from the Leshen, please.
Does it have anything to do with what we just dealt with?
No.
Oh. Independent agent?
It's just a creature. Might not be tied to anything.
Yes, sure. We'll say independent agent.
Sorry, I'm getting used to magic things existing. Forgive me if I don't think they're all on the same side.
Everybody roll sanity checks.
Victoria said, just make sure you stay polite.
Alright.
Oh no. I just clicked it, please. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up at the Leshen. Where's my dog?
Oh no. I'm gonna use 3 luck. I have to succeed.
Can't tell me where my dog is. What's the point?
Alright. Victoria and Gabriella, you lose 2 sanity. Deckard, go ahead and roll me.
Wait, Deckard used luck, didn't
Yeah, I used 3 luck.
Okay.
Okay, so just 2 sanity then?
Yep, lose 2 sanity. You
Oh,
were at
great.
20.
Yay!
he? Oh no, Deckard's having a bad brain day.
Very bad brain day.
How much more can I lose?
This whole campaign has been bad brain days.
Yeah.
Bad brain day.
Deckard now doesn't know how to do math.
I mean, Victoria's doing pretty alright.
You see it tilt its head one more time, and it turns and starts walking away.
Oh, thank God.
Do you know where my dog is? I kind of shout as it leaves.
Gabriella, I don't think it's connected. We need to find our way to some sort of civilization. Do you have a whistle for your dog?
I do. That seems like a thing I would have. So I pull out.
Try it. It couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I pull out a whistle and blow the whistle. See.
You blow the whistle, and you hear howling off in the distance, followed by more howls.
Oh, God damn it.
That's good. Bosco's made friends.
Gabriella's going insane.
Blackwell, do you know where we are? Any chance?
No, not a clue.
Guess we just start walking in a direction. Until we find something like a road or a river or all that, until we find someone, because I'm not sure if we want to find out what that howling is.
Yes, let's keep walking.
Is someone helping with Katie?
Let's pick a direction and go.
Whoever has pants.
To help with Katie, I think.
Deckard's still in a hospital gown.
Oh right. So much has been going on that I forgot that you're dressed in little hospital PJs.
Deckard's so cold.
Poor thing.
As we walk, Katie, not Katie, now you got me doing it. Victoria's going to, take her knife and very carefully leave a mark, maybe leave a mark, but, just enough to where we'd be able to see it, trying to make sure to not harm the trees, just in case anything around here takes offense to that, or if we pass by a big rock, she'll kind of like carefully scrape on it, just something to mark that we've been here.
Okay.
Deckard's looking for moss on the trees.
You find plenty of moss. It is black and violet.
Deckard points in the direction of the moss and says that we need to follow the moss to find a stream, and then we'll find civilization.
I don't know enough about moss to know if you're wrong, so I start following the moss.
That just works better than a random direction.
Gabriella. Well, it looks like you've made it out. I'm quite proud of you.
No thanks. Oh wait, who's asking me this?
It sounds like the voice of the hooded man.
God damn it!
And I just kind of... I can talk in my head now. I don't have to talk to him out loud. So, it's no thanks to you.
Well, I tried my best to convince Basidiogre, but sometimes evil masters are hard to please.
So, real quick, before we get into the whole nitty-gritty of what our relationship is, I need to know, I'm new to this whole situation, and I still think it's mostly that I inhaled a lot of mushrooms 2 days ago, and I haven't quite had a good day since. When Deckard mentioned vampires, those are real?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and they don't like you?
Eh,
I'm gonna take that as a no.
not necessarily. After we put King Arthur in the ground,
Oh, that was you?
it was the entirety of Greenwheel.
Oh. Are you the mayor? Is that you?
No, the mayor is just a pretty face.
Oh, okay.
Just a
Alright,
dude.
that would have been really funny. Would have been really funny if you were the mayor.
He has his own power, but that is strictly in his own charisma.
Oh, I knew it. I knew he wasn't magical. He was just a dude who talks to people well. So now what? You just hang out in my head sometimes?
Well, you are within the land of the Shadow Fae.
Oh.
So, if you want out, you'll have to listen to me.
Last time I listened to you, you lied about my dog.
Bosco's quite safe. He's with us at Greenwheel Cemetery.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We're all waiting for you.
Uh-huh. Are you going to be waiting for us zombie style, like in the mansion? Or bugging my car style? Or you really have so many ways to greet your guests.
The bugging of your car was the Germans.
Oh, shocker.
They thought that you were the closest to figuring things out.
I still don't quite know how it's all going on, but... Well, before I start ignoring you and mumbling some things to myself to help me ignore you, what do I call you?
You can just call me Al.
Ow. Is that it? No grand titles, no name that sounds like somebody took some Irish and just threw it in a blender?
No, just Al.
Refreshing.
I'm about as old as you.
I look around at myself. How long have you been about as old as me?
Oh, well. How old is Gabriella?
Gabriella is, I wrote this down, she's in like her mid-20s.
26.
Yeah. Can't believe I got a chance to ask, how long have you been 26?
Wow.
Since 1913.
Oh. Wait. How did you end up with this job?
Well, didn't have much of a choice.
Sorry I almost shot you then.
It's fine. Happens a lot.
Gonna file that away for later.
Truthfully, it was neither join Greenwheel or hang as a witch.
Oh,
Not much of an option.
that is pretty rude.
And you guys continue walking through the woods. Dead leaves underfoot. Stay on your current path.
Oh, I'm so glad I haven't seen the vampires.
You don't even remember the vampires, that's the best part. Yeah, so when they're showing up, they're like, hey, how's the job you were doing? And you're like, what job? And they're like, we don't find that funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We don't find your gaslighting funny, Deckard.
And meanwhile, Victoria's just trying to carry Katie as best as she can unless somebody's helping her?
Katie is now walking on her own 2 feet.
Okay, so she's conscious now?
Yes, she's a little bit lucid.
Yay!
Yeah, I kind of direct everybody to stay on the path, and I do not explain why I know that.
If any of you should fall off the path, that creature that you just ran into will make sure that it is the last path you see.
And when I say stay on the path, I actually mean that very wholeheartedly. I think the Twig and Berries man that we talked to a little while ago does not like when people stay off the path.
Oh, you're such a smart young lady.
Thank you, Decker.
So there's like a visible path that we're following?
There seems to be this unofficial path that's been kind of carved. You're seeing how the trees are denser around you, and you keep following where they aren't dense.
Victoria's making sure that Katie stays as in the middle of that as possible, because not going through that again.
So, Gabriella. I can call you Gabriella, yes?
Sure, Al. You can call me Gabriella.
Well, I hope that when we meet on the other side, that we are not enemies. I would really hate to have to send you back here. This is the land where the dead go. Not a place where I want the living to be for too long. Upsets the balance, you know?
Why did you stick us here?
Why can't any of you just talk the normal way? Sure. And I guess at some point you're probably going to tell me that pigs fly as well.
No, that would be weird.
Oh, that would be weird. I just grumbled like under my breath. Oh, like yeah, that would be a step too far.
Gabriella, you're looking around and you hear this snorting noise, and you see this pig just fly by you.
Oh, you lied to me again, Al.
What do you mean?
There was a pig flying by just now.
There's no such things as flying pigs, and Victoria and Deckard, you never saw this.
Oh, I don't mention it.
Deckard is actually he's probably just got an R wrapped around Blackwell. It's like, you're going to tell me everything soon.
Take a ride up here.
Everyone take a ride.
Victoria's mostly just focused on making sure Katie's staying steady and like making sure she's okay. And keeping an eye out for any other weird stuff going on with her, because she doesn't know what's going on or how to talk about all of that.
Katie looks at you and... What's happening? Last thing I knew, we were visiting Mr. Lazarus.
Oh, she doesn't remember anything.
Nope, you called me young lady?
There's been a bit of lots of strange things going on, and I don't even know how to begin to explain it. But it's kind of a random question. Have there been any stories in your family of there being like witches or people with power in your family?
Not that I know of, and that would be quite an issue for me. England's not a great place for people of pagan descent or otherwise.
That's a very good point.
But, you know, sometimes I wonder if those stories about tarot cards and people on broomsticks are real.
I think there's a lot more to this world than we realize, and some of it's better if you don't look too closely. But perhaps we can, once we're all somewhere a little safer or more comfortable, we can sit down and have a conversation and figure out what's really going on here.
Yeah.
Are you feeling alright?
Yeah. And she just kind of looks at you. I know this is probably not the right time, but would you maybe just want to get drinks sometime? After all this craziness goes away? Just you and me?
She blushes a little and is like, I like that a lot, actually.
It might be just the life and death stuff going through my head, but you know.
That's fair. It's been a very stressful situation and makes you think about things that you don't want to regret.
And you guys continue walking through the woods. As the fog becomes thicker, you start losing sight of each other.
Time to daisy chain. Let's hold hand, guys.
Yeah. I reach out and I hold people's hands.
Victoria's probably already holding Katie's hand before this, let's be real.
Aww.
Yeah. So you're all holding hands, and Victoria, you're holding Katie's hand on your left. On your right, you're holding Gabriella's. Gabriella, you're holding Deckard's hand, and Deckard, you're holding Blackwell's.
Mm-hmm.
You keep walking through the woods, where the leaves underfoot are crunching, where the trees creak with the wind. And you hear creatures off in the distance moving past you, and you see these red glowing eyes in the sky. Take a left up here.
Everyone take a left.
You're leaving. Just Tugga will follow. Do you know where you're going?
And watch your step. Everybody roll me a dexterity check.
Yay.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
And just watch your step. If any of you get lost in the mist, you might be lost forever.
The person leading feels the hardest.
Yeah.
Deckard, you trip on a branch that's on the ground,
Uh-oh.
and you let go of Gabriella's hand as you fall off to the side of the path, and Blackwell kind of tumbles with you. Gabriella, you are walking, and all of a sudden the path turns, but you didn't see it turn, and you walk off the path and off this kind of steepish cliff, and you kind of tumble down,
Oh, jeez.
down into the mist, till it's just Victoria and Katie on the path. Deckard,
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
roll a spot hidden. I need extreme success.
Oh no!
And you failed.
Blackwell and Deckard are lost forever.
It's looking great.
Roll me a navigate as well. Worse. You stand up and you're looking around, and you don't see Blackwell anymore.
Oh no.
You're just by yourself off the path. And you see these red eyes in the sky. Oh, Deckard. Thought I told you to stay on the path.
You didn't tell us anything. You just told Gabriella.
I did tell everybody to stay on the path.
Yeah, true.
I tripped.
And you see that bony figure coming out again. And you see Blackwell coming out of the fog, just firing off his weapon into the thing. And you see it vanish off into the distance. Mr. Lazarus, perhaps we should try and find the path, eh?
I do agree. You lead the way. You got the gun.
Absolutely. He goes ahead and puts a pistol in your hand.
Deckard somehow feels like this will not have any help.
You get my back, I'll get yours. We'll get out of here.
Deckard links arms with Blackwell so that he knows that they're connected.
Okay.
Let's go.
Gabriella, go ahead and roll me a spot hidden and a navigate.
Oh boy. Oh. I'm gonna spend luck on that.
Okay.
And then navigate. Well, navigate. I don't have a high navigate, so that was gonna happen.
So, as you get out from under the leaves that have piled onto you, you stand up and you look around and don't really see anything. You hear some gunfire off in the distance, and then you hear, I don't think I want you to die yet.
No, I figured that by the time I die, I'll be a horrible mushroom monster. Or a smoke machine, just like you.
Funny. Says the one who's in a secret organization themselves. You and I aren't that different.
Right, but, you know, I think mine's a little bit more exciting than... We're all going to rot in a very special way, you and I. Like, that's not... That doesn't really quite have the romantic debonair of like, oh, we're part of a secret Stop Cults of You society. You know what I mean?
I suppose. But you don't know too much about your own organization. You're kind of new to it.
Yes.
Did you know that they, or at least the American sect of it, worships this creature by the name of Magaru?
I don't know what that means.
Oh. Poor Gabriella.
Don't pity me because I don't buy into your nonsense.
It would be easier if you did.
No, I'm gonna make it difficult for all of you. Basidiogre especially.
Well, you made sure that Basidiogre is definitely reeling.
It was a gun. Isn't he like a magic eyeball?
Affecting his mind. That's something that doesn't happen often. That's where he's the weakest.
Huh.
But good luck getting back in there.
I don't really have much of a desire to, if I'm being honest. I would like to go home to my dog and rest.
Bosco's waiting for you. We've been giving him lots of treats.
Oh, don't overfeed him.
Don't worry, we're druids, not suburban mothers.
Wow.
I flash back to the warm welcome we received in the mansion. Yeah, druid, so kindly and full of folksy wisdom you all are.
Well, the path is just behind you. Follow the light of my eyes.
Ugh. Look, I understand the dating pool is very slim as a smoke monster, but please let's not make this more than it is.
I am no monster.
Ugh. And follow the path out.
Alright.
Victoria froze when she lost contact with everyone else and is like holding on tight to Katie until she figures out where everyone went.
You're still on the path. You can just keep going.
You're just kind of holding position, looking for everybody, and you see Gabriella come out of the mist.
Oh god.
You don't see Deckard or Blackwell anywhere.
I pull aside Victoria. Hey, I have something to tell you, and I didn't want to say it in front of Deckard because despite the memory loss, he's still very trigger happy.
Alright. And she's still firmly holding on to Katie, but has kind of stepped away, still firmly holding on.
Yeah, and I start walking, trying to lead them down the path.
Yeah.
You remember when I, made that devil's bargain to get us out of there, and then I accidentally shot Basidiogre with a machine gun multiple times?
Yes, I remember.
Regrettably, and this is very frustrating to me because I still think most of this is folksy wisdom and nonsense, a smoke monster, we call him Al, talks in my head sometimes, and our exit is surrounded by druids, so don't panic, they're not going to hurt us. They have some other plan for us. For me. I don't know about the rest of you. I did hopefully try to bargain for your safety.
Appreciated.
Also, they killed King Arthur?
They did what now?
I don't know if that does anything for you. They killed King Arthur. Was it the Green Wheel altogether?
I have so many questions.
I know, and the answers aren't satisfying, and I don't want the answers. It's everything I've learned against Basidiogre has been against my will.
We should find the others. And Victoria will raise her voice a little bit. Deckard? Blackwell, can you hear me? Not shouting, but talking a little louder so if they're nearby.
You should probably make her stop yelling.
You can't yell. The woods don't like it.
The trees are not kind here.
Al? Are they also on the path, just a different offshoot of it, and they're also going the same way?
No, they're in a very dangerous spot.
Okay, keep walking on the path. I'm going to go find Deckard and Blackwell.
You should probably not do that.
I start grumbling. I hate being told what to do.
So Deckard,
Yeah.
you and Blackwell are linked arm in arm, trying to get out of here. When you see these kind of shadowy figures on the ground, they seem like wolves. Circling you both. I never thought it would be wolves that I would go out to. Well, Deckard, are you up for some sport?
Wait a minute. I might have an idea. Are the glowing eyes still looking at us?
No.
Alright. See if we can at least get their attention away from us.
Good idea. What do you do?
Deckard shoots a tree.
Don't piss off the trees, dude!
I know what will stop this violent forest. Violence in response.
You shoot the tree. You see the tree uproot itself.
Oh, that's so funny.
Roll sanity.
The tree just gets up like, yo, what the fuck? I was just minding my business.
Deckard's about to be pitch slapped by a tree.
Can't believe what a way to go out, you know?
So, go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
6.
Yeah, I'm about to hit you with some more sanity for that. Go ahead and roll me intellect real quick.
Okay, intellect. No! Why that one? No!
You're fine. Wait, maybe
Feels
not.
bad,
Maybe you're not
man.
fine.
Y'all are just having like the worst time, and Victoria's over here. She's not lost a lot of sanity. She's got a date with what she hopes is not a total zombie.
Gabriella is pouting in the, like, you go on a blind date, and the blind date is a magician, and you can't leave. Like, oh, I have to deal with this magic bullshit for the rest of my fucking life now.
Yeah.
Alright, Deckard.
Walking trees.
Going great.
Ooh, you have a phobia.
Oh no.
I hope it's of the dark, so you're obsessed with it and scared of it at the same time.
That was beautiful. Are you now scared of tall things? Or scared of the color green?
That's how they get you.
Alright, let's see which phobia you have.
Scared of the color yellow, you become a Green Lantern.
You now have dendrophobia. Fear of trees.
Oh god!
You're in the forest! You're gonna get wrecked!
Deckard is in his own personal hell right now.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Deckard is he's in his own hell right now.
Basic fate shit is you don't piss off nature.
Oh god, this is just like that one movie where those hikers get lost in the woods in Norway, and like that monster moves around.
The
and it's-
ritual.
Yeah, that movie's good.
Hell yeah, it is, but this ain't good for Deckard.
You're getting ritual, Deckard.
Oh my gosh.
Boo, the trees hate you.
That's fucking tree.
Alright, so Deckard, you start running in fear
Oh god damn it!
as this tree chases you through the woods.
Going great.
A couple moments later, Gabriella, you get a tap on the shoulder.
Huh?
Oh, I think I finally caught up to you both. And Blackwell's with you.
Oh, cool. I look around. Where's Deckard?
He shot a tree, and it got up and started attacking him.
Oh,
Don't know where he is now. He started running, and I couldn't stop him.
okay.
I don't think we're going to be able to help him, but maybe your new friend could, Gabriella.
Hey, Al?
Yeah.
I mean this in the nicest way I can. I don't not dislike Deckard, but he certainly has threatened to murder me and people I care about. But I'd really rather he not get lost running through the woods forever.
I'll do what I can, but I don't think he's gonna make it much longer.
Well then, let's hope we can get him out of here in a decent time span. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
Alright.
So Deckard,
Mm-hmm.
you remember that shot that you were given?
Yep.
Oh, it's wearing off!
Yep, now make me deck down the floor.
Oh no.
You start to feel weak, and you start to feel these stitches reforming in your stomach.
Ah.
And you stop as you feel one of the stitches break and you start bleeding again. And you hear the tree behind you.
It's going great.
Deckard, please describe to me how this tree kills you.
Fuck. Oh my god.
It'll probably just impale Deckard.
Oh my god.
Alright. So you see the tree. It rips out the bullet that you shot into it. And you see the wolves, much taller than you stand, gathering round. And you see it uncrumple the bullets with its branches.
Oh no.
And you see it look at the blood that's coating the gown that you're wearing.
Oh jeez.
And it stabs that bullet right where the blood is forming.
Oh.
And the branches shoot up through you,
Yeah, that's not
inside
great.
of you.
That's not great.
And Deckard Lazarus dies.
You okay, Brian?
Oh yeah. Just the rolls just didn't work.
The dice had a story to tell.
Exactly.
It was never with Deckard in this game.
Oh
Nope.
man. It was telling that the first gun attempt was like, hey, this is gonna inform a lot of future violence attempts as we go along.
And then the one thing you successfully hit.
Oh. Now, for those still alive,
You bet your sweet bippy.
you continue up the path, but you see this tree in the middle of it. And you see in the top of the tree is this gown.
Like a dress?
No, a hospital gown.
Oh. Oh.
And you look further up and you see Deckard, impaled in the branches.
I think we found Deckard.
Katie, look down. Don't look.
What?
You all continue walking with your head down. Blackwell turns around and looks at it. He goes back to the tree. I'm sorry, friend.
It is what it is, but God.
What are we going to tell his family? There's so many of them and we don't even know where they are.
He had like 12 kids and he didn't tell us about any of them.
I think he said something about a grandson named Billy.
I honestly don't know if that was hallucinations or not.
I also think he mentioned they're trying to find him.
I don't even know how we explain this to anyone.
We were in a scary situation and he died trying to save us.
Okay.
It's the story we go with. We don't know what happened to the body. I don't think we can take it with us. Also,
Usually we don't tell anybody what happens to the loved ones.
It sounds unfortunately accurate.
Well, I mean, they didn't know where he was anyway. Guess they'll never find him now.
Oh my God.
But if they come calling, we can tell them he was a good man. He helped us
Absolutely.
with some dangerous situations and then moved on somewhere else. We don't know where he
Yeah.
went.
Blackwell goes ahead and turns around and starts walking. I think I see a light up ahead.
Something's going on away for once.
It depends on how the druids on the other side feel about seeing us. I hope they don't take offense to the fact that our friend shot a tree.
Al, should we be ready for violence when we come back out?
Oh, no. You'll be fine.
I say this with the heaviest grain of salt possible, a salt lamp, if you will. Al said we'll be fine.
Alright.
We don't have much of a choice at this point.
Yeah, I know.
Blackwell doesn't know about Al, does he?
I think I mention it now that I'm just actively talking to him out loud. Yeah, smoke monster's talking to me in my head, kind of like what you mentioned before.
Yes, I know of Al.
Oh, does Al talk to you too, or am I the lucky one being flirted with?
No, you're the lucky one, but again, there's a lot of answers that I still owe you.
I look forward to finding out more.
How's Katie doing?
I look forward to getting rid of Blackwell once and for all.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to kill Blackwell, Al. I'll make sure I don't miss with the Tommy gun next time.
Katie's just walking. She's like gripping onto your hand tightly.
In shock, does she look like... Because this has been a lot.
Yes, this has been quite a lot.
Especially a lot.
Whew.
So, are you all ready to leave yet?
Yes.
I look around, see if there's anything else.
Alright. So, it has to be in a certain way. Gabriella, you need to go first.
I'm going first. If I'm not on the other side, or if there's anything you quite don't like about what's going on, I hand the Tommy gun to Gabriella, or to, no, that's me, to Victoria. And I go, well, you know what to do.
Certainly. Katie, stay behind me.
Walk through with hate in my heart.
You walk through, and a bright light shines, and you open the door to your bedroom, and Bosco's there waiting for you.
I look around for druid members.
Don't worry. In the morning, this will all feel like a bad dream.
Damn it, no, not again.
I don't want to forget this. As much as I hate the fact that you exist, I really don't want to forget this.
Well, that's not your choice anymore.
Oh, you bastard.
And you feel something hit you from behind,
Oh,
and you go unconscious.
of course.
The last thing you hear is Bosco barking,
Good boy.
and then Bosco falls asleep.
Oh, no.
And then Victoria, in your head, you hear, alright, you and Katie next.
Oh, that's creepy.
I know, and Gabriella's been dealing with this for the past couple hours.
I feel so sorry for her. She never wanted to believe in any of this.
Yes, go ahead and open the door.
Just please stay out of Katie's head, will you? She's been through enough.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I'm in your head, not hers.
Thanks.
Appreciated. And she'll step through the door, making sure to keep a hold on Katie.
As you guys step through, you wake up on a beach.
Where in the hell? What?
Well, I thought you could use a vacation. Don't worry. Neither of you will remember this in the morning.
Not again.
That's worse. You see how that's worse, right?
The next fucker that tries to take my memories is gonna get stabbed. Which may not be anywhere too super important, but it's going to get stabbed.
You hear the waves against the shore. You hear a seagull off in the distance, and Katie looks at you just like, where are we?
I have no idea, but apparently we've been sent on a vacation. And she just kind of like flops back into this sand, like, she needs a minute. Probably still has not actually let go of Katie's hand, because she just saw a friend get killed by a tree. She's...
Yeah.
Well, shall we walk the beach at least? See where we are?
That sounds good. Maybe we can find someone who knows what's going on, or at least where we are. If anyone asks, we were going on a long walk and got lost.
Absolutely. She holds your hand, but then wraps her other arm and pulls close to your arm, and just rests her hand just on your arm as you guys walk the beach.
Victoria goes with it and probably starts commenting on, oh hey, look, a cool seashell, and trying to just enjoy the distraction of we're on the beach, while also maybe asking a couple of questions to figure out, like, how do I begin explaining this to Katie?
I feel like Katie will take it well. I'm really more worried about whenever Deckard's extended family shows up. They all sound like Deckard for some reason.
We don't know where he is.
If we barely know where Deckard is, then who's to say the extended family knows, you know?
Exactly.
So, a few hours pass and you guys decide, alright, I think I see some lights off in the distance. You see some ships out. You look as they're coming closer and you see the American flag. As you get closer to land, you see the sign on the road that says Welcome to Honolulu.
Oh,
Okay, we're in Hawaii. That's
I'm sure something horrible won't happen there.
not what I expected. I wonder if I can find a phone I can get in contact with my parents. Somebody to get in contact with someone in my family.
After everything that's happened, do you think it would be so bad if we just stayed here?
You make a very good argument. I'm not sure how to exactly go back to normal life after that.
After what?
Oh, it's already happening.
And for the life of you, you can't remember.
You have been listening to Beyond the Crumbling Veil, a Call of Cthulhu 7e actual play podcast by Styx Helix Productions, part of Pseudonym Social, a creative podcast network changing reality one story at a time. If you enjoy the show, please consider leaving us a review on iTunes or Podchaser or wherever you're listening, because it helps people find us and we appreciate it so much. Beyond the Crumbling Veil is DM'd by John Foman of Styx Helix Productions. Deckard Lazarus is played by Brian from Dungeons & Pop. Gabriella Slaughter is played by Ian, who you can find in actual plays near you and is at Ian Caliente on Twitter. And Victoria McGuire is played by Brianna G, who you can find at Brianna Jeans on Twitter.